This is News 3 Nightside with Gerard Romano and Anquinette Moon.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. He's accused of killing his girlfriend, her son, and raping her 14-year-old daughter. And now his fate is in the hands of a Clark County jury.
Jurors in the T.J. Weber trial started deliberating on Thursday evening, but they're going to pick it up again early tomorrow. News 3's Ann Lim joins us live from the Clark County Courthouse tonight. And Ann, you spoke to the sister of one of the victims. She's surprised the jury didn't reach a verdict right away.
Gerard, Brenda Hicks says she understands why it might take some time because of all the charges to consider. But she's confident justice will be served.
It was nerve-wracking. My heart was beating out of my chest.
For weeks, Brenda Hicks has been sitting just inches away from the man accused of murdering her sister, Kim Gauthier, and Gauthier's son inside their Las Vegas home. Prosecutors also argue T.J. Weber has been raping Kim's daughter since she was 9.
I see a very dead individual when I look into his eyes. I see no remorse. I see nothing there.
The sisters seen here at Brenda's wedding were very close. For Hicks, being in court is like reliving the tragedy as she listens to graphic testimonies.
You feel a lot of the pain, a lot of the anger and the hurt and the resentment that was there when all of this initially happened.
Weber faces 17 charges, including kidnapping, sexual assault, and murder. If convicted, he could face the death penalty. Hicks was hoping for a verdict by now and believes there can only be one outcome in this case.
If they heard what I heard the days that I was in there, there's no way that they can't come back with a guilty on every one of those charges, in my opinion.
Weber's fate is still in the hands of the jury, but Hicks says for her, closure can't come soon enough. And the jury will continue deliberations tomorrow morning. Reporting live from the Clark County Courthouse, I'm Ann Lim. Gerard, back to you.
Following this case, if Weber's convicted of first-degree murder, he will face a penalty hearing. Jurors will then decide if he should get the death penalty.
A local nurse charged with molesting a patient will be back in court tomorrow for a preliminary hearing. Police say Jared Reiser molested a 5-year-old girl at the UMC pediatric unit last month. Reiser had also been arrested for lewdness in Idaho last spring, but a UMC background check apparently missed that arrest because the Idaho prosecutor agreed to drop the case if Reiser left town. Reiser has since been fired by UMC. Tonight he's in custody at the Clark County Detention Center.
A Crime Tracker 3 alert tonight. It's been more than 3 weeks, and police say they still don't have any suspects in a local murder mystery. 58-year-old Carol Miller disappeared while she was walking through Canyon Gate earlier this month. Her body was found along 215 and Far Hills on February 4th. Police say Miller was wearing jewelry at the time and may have been the victim of a robbery. Her friends have raised nearly $40,000 in reward money for information leading to the arrest of her killer. Now, if you have information that can help solve this murder mystery, you're encouraged to call Crime Stoppers at 385-5555.
The death toll in the Rhode Island nightclub fire has risen to 97 after officials say another body was found in the rubble. Of those, 42 have been identified. Today was the day of mourning as the investigation continues. Nearly 400 family members of those killed were bussed in to tour what's left of the station. Several were overcome with grief, and some began crafting a memorial along a chain-link fence.
All of the people coming together has just been overwhelming, the kind of support from every part of the community.
The governor of Rhode Island is imposing an indefinite moratorium on pyrotechnics at businesses that are similar in size to the station. A new tape has emerged as well, showing a Kiss cover band's performance at the club earlier this year. That involved pyrotechnics too.
They knew it was all part of the show, and never once were we told you can't do that.
Meanwhile, the finger-pointing continues. A lawyer for the band Great White says club owners knew about and approved the use of the pyrotechnics.
The band absolutely unequivocally had permission by the owners of the club to use special effects in this show.
That's a claim the club's owner vehemently denies.
No permission was ever requested by the band or any of its agents to use pyrotechnics at the station, and no permission was ever given.
The state's attorney general requested the owners of the station continue to cooperate as the criminal investigation goes on.
There are outstanding questions we would like them to respond to.
By Sunday evening, still fewer than half of the dead had been positively identified. Regardless, it was a day of coping for friends and family members.
I can't believe that it happened. It's very shocking.
A memorial service and vigil are planned for Monday afternoon. In a stepped-up